Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I am very excited to be doing another video on tie-dye. This is now the fourth time I've done tie-dye or a tie-dye video on my channel, and this is also the fourth time I've ever tried doing tie-dye. It's not something that's really new to me anymore. I've done it a couple of times now, but I always seem to enjoy it, and I really like making these videos, and apparently it's now kind of a series on my channel since I've been doing it so often. I never really thought that this was going to be a series on my channel. It seems to be that I might be doing it like a yearly thing. Summer is like a week away, and I was just in a very tie-dyeing mood. And I've never really been a person for hoodies. I've never really had any hoodies, but recently I just got into a hoodie phase and really wanted to have hoodies. And so then that mixed with my tie-dyeing phase, and so I decided to get some hoodies to tie-dye, and that's kind of where this video came from. And so I'm back again doing another video tie-dyeing things again. This time I'm not doing any shirts. I'm just doing 2 hoodies and a bunch of towels. I also got a drawstring backpack, and I also got a white bandana. And like always, I'm starting by tying off all of the things that I'm planning to tie-dye. It's been washed and it's, all prepped and ready. And then after I tied everything, I got out the paint and I actually activated it and started the actual dyeing process. In this video, I'm not really going into detail on the process or how everything works in detail. You can look back to my other 3 videos where I talked more about specific designs and how everything works. This video is more just a showing of the different things I tie-dye this time. And it's been a while since I've done it, so I was kind of nervous during this first one, and it kind of shows in the end product of how this hoodie turned out. But I decided to go for the regular basic spiral design with a rainbow for my first hoodie. And it was nice to get back into tie-dyeing. I've always really liked the process. And as in with my other 3 tie-dyeing videos, I do have to thank my mom, who helped me a lot during this process. If it wasn't for her help, we wouldn't have this video. She helped me with the whole filling of the bottles and refilling the bottles when they ran out, and she helped me bag everything so I didn't have to make a big mess. And so she really helped out a lot to make this video a possibility. And this time, the thing I mainly did in my tie-dyeing were towels. I haven't really specifically tried tie-dyeing on towels. Every time I did, it was always an accident or an afterthought, usually because I had a lot of paint left over and I didn't want to waste it, so I would just grab a random towel and just pour all the paint onto it. But this time I actually wanted to try and do something nice and cool with the towels. And I feel like white towels are great, 1, because they're white and that's great for tie-dyeing, but 2, also because, at least for me, I don't ever really use white towels. I don't really trust them, and they don't really stay white for a very long time, and they just grab the color and the dye very well, and they almost always have really good results. But as I mentioned earlier, I really wanted to do this video mainly because I wanted to have some hoodies and some tie-dyed hoodies, and I strangely enough got into this hoodie phase right as summer was starting. So I picked a really bad time to get into hoodies and using them because it's extremely hot now. But nonetheless, this video did come out at a good time since summer is starting soon. It's coming soon. And tie-dye is usually like a summer activity or things that people like to do in the summer. I believe this is actually the first time I'm doing tie-dye in the summer. Normally when I do tie-dye though, I'm usually doing like shirts or long sleeve shirts. This is the first time I really do like hoodies and towels. And for everything in this video, I did really only 2 different designs. I did the bullseye design and I did the swirl design. For some reason I wasn't really feeling any of the other designs like galaxy or anything else. I kind of just wanted to go with like the normal traditional basic styles. And with everything, of course, I did rainbow. I mean, I just had to. I can't hold off from doing rainbow in anything, and I always really like how it comes out. With all that being said, I did only plan on doing 2 bigger towels, the 2 hoodies, the drawstring bag, and then a white bandana. But again, I had lots of paint left over, so I ended up doing 4 mini towels, or like 2 or 4 small towels off camera, just to use up the paint that I had, the dye that I already had prepared. And normally when tie-dyeing, you want things that are 100% cotton. With the hoodies, I actually had a hard time finding a hoodie that was 100% cotton. I normally buy my shirts and things at Hobby Lobby, but those hoodies that they had at Hobby Lobby were 50-50 blends, which are the worst kind of fabric material to do for tie-dye. So I ended up looking on Amazon to get these hoodies, and the most I could find was 90% cotton and 10% polyester, and so those is what I went with. It's not the best. It's recommended to always use 100% cotton, but it actually ended up working well for me. Sadly, the strings on the hoodie didn't really dye. They didn't retain any of the color, which made me kind of sad. But for the most part, the jacket, the hoodie, it accepted the dye well and it worked out fine, even though it wasn't 100% cotton. And like always, after I finished dyeing everything, I left them for 24 hours. After the 24 hours, I washed them by hand a ton for a long time, like 4 or 5 times. I washed them by hand before putting them in the washing machine and washing them again. And I found that this time that I was doing the tie-dyeing, for the most part, I did better in keeping things clean and organized with my hands and the gloves and the workspace and the way we were bagging them. I'm kind of gaining more experience with everything and how everything works and how everything should work. And I do plan on doing tie-dye again, but probably not anytime soon, probably in like a year or so, unless something comes up and I have a reason to do more. And I have to say, tie-dyeing hoodies I feel like would be a really cute project for couples or like friends, like to make a matching set. But anyway, this is how everything turned out. This is the first hoodie, which sadly didn't come out as nice as I wanted it to. I didn't put enough paint in it. I mainly just did like a surface coating, and so it didn't get as much as paint or as much as dye as I would have wanted. But for a first attempt, it's not bad. It was the first thing I did when I was getting back into tie-dyeing. I don't completely hate it, but it's also not my favorite of this group. But then this is one of the towels that I did the spiral technique, and I really love it. I think all of the towels, at least the big ones, always come out to be really cool. This is the small bandana, which surprised me with how well it grabbed the paint. I don't really know what I'm going to use it for, but I think it came out nice. The drawstring bag also came out really cool, although sadly the strings didn't die with the bag. Then this is the second big towel that I did, which was the bullseye design, which I also really like. Sadly the pink didn't show as much, but I still really like how it came out. I think it looks really cool. I think the dye works really well for towels. And then this is the second hoodie that I did, and honestly this is my favorite thing from the whole group. I really like how all the colors came out, how bright it is, and how clean the colors are. And then these are the 4 small hand towels I painted off camera just to use up any last bit of dye that I had prepared so it wouldn't go to waste. You know, they didn't really come out as cool. I didn't have all the colors. I kind of just did with what I had, and honestly it was really rushed, but I don't hate them completely. Either way though, I had a fun time doing this, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and God bless you.